we're here. Like that. What's going on, guys? What's going on, man? Less of the old intro and that. What's going on, guys? Your boy, you're going to Savage, man. On damn boy blood. What's going on, man? What's going on, people? Hope everyone's well. Let's chop it up, man. We're here. Let's talk smack, like that. I'm getting fed up with these shows, though. But you have to come up with something else, man. 'Cause I love talking to the people, but talking about SmackDown and Raw, it's getting repetitive for even me at this point. So we're gonna have to find something else to sort out, man. But big up to you guys in the chat. Big up, honestly, big up Morris. Being the one who comes in later on. Yeah, man. There's no ranting going on though. I'm all right, man. I'm chilled, bro. I just want to talk a few things and that, offer some insight. Been having so many epiphanies about wrestling. Not like because I'm some loser, bro, but because my whole channel is based on wrestling, and it's a whole brand that I built up. For over a lot of years as well. Obviously, for some years that I've been here, know that I've had other channels before. I sold a couple channels. I worked behind the scenes on a couple channels, and a couple of channels that people have watched and don't even know it's mine, but they're like faceless channels and that, but they're nothing to do with wrestling. But so I have bigger channels than this one, but this is the one where I've put effort in and my face is on it, and I care about it. But honestly, bro, with wrestling getting worse, and it's harder as a content creator to do shit. Not because I'm struggling in terms of being lazy or anything. That's not it. Obviously, you don't see me on stream every day at some point, whether I'm with ends or wherever. But it feels like unless I'm ranting about something, which is the model at the moment, because everyone's wrestling numbers are dropping, unless it's the people that are ranting, but they're ranting to the point where it's like the thumbnail and the title already tells you that they're about to rant, they're about to argue, whereas mine is never like that. It's just that I'm going to talk, and if something happens within the channel, within wrestling, then I'll talk about it, and it might get a little bit heated, but I don't market myself as the guy who's going to rant and argue about stuff. You don't know I go off on one sometimes, but as I said, you'll never be able to tell from my thumbnail and stuff like that. So they're the only people whose numbers are going up, whereas everyone else is going down with wrestling numbers. Wrestling numbers are going down in TV and all that stuff and streaming and that. So obviously, by proxy, that will go down. If football got shit, then everyone's numbers in football will go get shit as well. So it's weird because I'm not. When I say I don't care about the numbers, I don't care in terms of like popularity. I couldn't give a shit. But I do run businesses in it, and this is one of the businesses. It's the revenue, so and I don't want to waste my time. But so yeah, I'll figure something out. HUGO Online. That really should be the priority for me, because I can mix it up over there, and that way I don't have to try and find son of a bitch. Find alternatives every day to do on the wrestling channel, but it is what it is, man. I need to get better at doing certain things that I have to push as well, clipping, etc. Because I do these long form content. We'll chop it up here for an hour. Sometimes when we're doing Savage Talks, we're there for 2 hours, and the watch alongs. But really, I could just clip that and make 8 different videos out of it for the people that are not in the stream. But I waste my content, so I need to get better at doing that as well. At one point, I thought about, which I'm still thinking about, I thought about just streaming on HUGO Online, like just streaming every day with not much context to it, because with the people in the chat and people that we've built up with, we can find conversations to talk about, can find topics from the chat, and then I can make content out of that, and then I can clip that content and make separate videos, which might be because obviously, guys, I do reactions to like internet stuff, which has slowed down lately. I've seen stuff in the past and like popular internet videos and things like that. I could really do all of those in one video, in 1, 2, and 3 hour video, and then chop it up and use it for the rest of the week. So, bit of a thought, because sometimes I just want to jump online and talk. I don't really. All the other stuff is the part behind the scenes. What you lot don't see is when you're trying to find topics and find these different things, and you don't want to just talk about some rubbish. And then on top of that, now I do this anyway. I do it in football, but on top of that, you don't want to be the guy that's online just talking shit and you haven't fact checked stuff. And obviously, you guys know. It's very rare that I've ever said anything online and it's not been true. Now I will, if there's this initial story that's viral and I can't avoid it and it ends up not being true, when I talk about it, I'll always give the disclaimer of, if this is true, this, and this, but if it's not, blah, blah, blah. I would never just, this is a fact and whatever. I kind of did the same thing before when I spoke about Roman when he was missing, and I was like, if he's had another kid, then blah blah blah. But that's kind of crazy because it doesn't make much sense. And then Roman came out and said, I don't know what he's like talking about. My kids are on school holiday. I haven't had another child, so you get me. I don't like talking about stuff anyway, but here's what it is. Big up Liz. This was the foundation, the channel, as I remember, bro. Yeah, well, the thing is, I've had HUGO Online, Savage Talks Wrestling, Savage Talks Football. Obviously, some of them had different names before. You know what I mean? Destination Wrestling, Savage Reactions, which that's the one part where like the initial part of that I sold it because Savage Reaction as a channel on the whole was mad popular. And then I decided one day to go, oh, let's go all into wrestling. And it's probably a bad idea to be fair, but it is what it is. Because I was more enjoyment when I was like, on these days I've got wrestling, but on these days I've got movies and whatever. And it was all in one conglomerate space. But we had to change it back then. But now the social media space has changed, and now you can pretty much put anything you want on one channel. You could do football, wrestling, lifestyle stuff on one channel now, and it wouldn't make a difference. Where back then, for the algorithm, you can't be doing wrestling and then talking about cooking on the same channel. It doesn't make any sense. But that's just an insight to what goes on behind the scenes. I'm not moaning about it, obviously, because I don't care like that. You know what I mean? But I do care in terms of, well, my own mental health for a start, because I just don't want to talk about shit. And I'm a calm person in it, so I don't want to talk about stuff that's going to wind me up all the time. Movies and stuff, I like it because it's completely subjective anyway. So yeah, I just don't want to be that guy. And I'm actually not that negative, and I might be a bit blunt. You know, I mean, if you ask my missus and that's tinfoil hat thing, because she knows I'm going to go off on one, but I actually don't care enough. Like, there's too much important things in the world to care like that. So, but I care about wrestling in general because it's one of my hobbies, and it's one of my favorite things that I've had since I was a kid. So, yeah, you don't want that to stay. The nostalgia is killing me, but it's also keeping me around. So, but you lot have supported the channel, so I'm glad that you lot are there. So yeah, man. If I start seeing doing things on HUGO Online a little bit more, which I know a lot of you like anyway, and I don't need any like payments or anything like that. I think eventually I will start a tier membership over there, but I'll probably do it on Patreon instead of YouTube membership because YouTube's got too much restrictions. But you don't have to do it. I'll start a free tier. But the main thing is when it comes to supporting the channel, it's just sharing it in it. If the video is good, if it's not good, don't share it. Like I've never been. As you can tell, I don't beg for you lot to subscribe or share anything like that. If you think it's good, subscribe, like. If you think it's bad, don't subscribe and dislike. Or dislike it and then stick around and see if it gets better. Here's one of them. You know what I mean? So, a big honestly says SmackDown and Raw will not have great numbers because the Baseball World Series are going and people always watch that instead of wrestling. Same with the... No. Don't give them excuses, bro. Trust me, don't give them excuses. It's not even a thing. They've changed to the Nielsen viewing system. I checked. It's funny that you said that because I was going through the old WWE ratings over the years. What was it? Michael Jordan's return or Michael Jordan's? It might have been Michael Jordan's return to when he came to the Wizards. Obviously, left Chicago Bulls, went and done baseball, and came back to the Wizards. Bro, WWE over that day, I think pro wrestling in general done 10 mil on that Monday night with Nitro and WWE done 6 mil. The highest rated segment of all time in wrestling, if I'm correct, is The Rock's This Is Your Life segment, which was around the NBA Finals times. They can't have the excuse of that. The reason why I'm not letting them have the excuse, and I know that you're not saying it because of that honesty, but this is the facts as well. You've just named two sports that exist so like pretty much so. Most of the fan base who watch baseball and NBA are only in America, bro. WWE is worldwide. India has more people than America. China and India have like what's the percentage of the world? They've got most of the percentage of the population in their countries, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like one's got 1.2 billion, one's got whatever billion. There's only 8 billion people in the world, and China and India have. That's crazy, isn't it? So yeah, let's not give them an excuse. SmackDown numbers are rubbish because SmackDown numbers are rubbish. It's like when they go overseas and they're like, oh yeah, it's in Australia, so people don't want to wake up. Yeah, you're talking about the US fans. What about all the fans that wake up in England and all these other places in the morning to watch wrestling? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. They can't be given that excuse. One thing we're sure of, if something's good enough, people will watch it. That's not when Roman and the Bloodline were running around. If it's good enough, people watched it. And guess what? SmackDown's numbers were 2 point whatever million the whole time the Bloodline was running. When Brock Lesnar returns, numbers go up. When The Rock returns, numbers go up. John Cena, numbers go up, but they don't stay around as much. But there's not an excuse. WrestleMania 40, once people knew that numbers go up. Rock and Cody segment, numbers go up. If things are good enough, people will watch it. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. If people are interested enough, they will watch it. If a movie's interested enough, they'll watch it. Can't be talking about, my movie bombed because this movie came out the same weekend. That might be valid for a few movies. If you bring out Endgame, Avengers, Infinity War, something like that on the same weekend, you bring out some indie movie. Yeah, it's going to get squashed on it. But if the indie movie's good enough, the numbers will go up later on. So don't be giving these conglomerates excuses when all they do in the press conferences is brag to us about how much money they've made. Speaking of money, that's another thing what's winding me about WWE, because you don't want to feed into certain things. And I will caveat this with, obviously fans can just not go. Fans can say no, fans don't have to watch, fans don't have to pay to go to arenas. That's the simple answer. That's the logical answer. That's the answer that I go by. But it does wind me up a little bit that the foundation of WWE was built on families going to watch wrestling. Vince McMahon's foundation was built on families going to pay and watch wrestling. And now, in the first year of WWE being taken over, they doubled the price in tickets. Now, doubled the prices. Not added 10% on, not 20, but double the price. You know how crazy that is? Imagine getting all your money together, paying $2,000 to go take you and your one kid to go see WrestleMania, which would be me. Say, for example, I've got one child. So me and my son, if we paid $2,000 to go see WrestleMania, he's 17 now, so he wouldn't be getting a kid ticket. Then a year later, I'll be paying $4,000, bro. Now, WrestleMania's not been in England, so now I got to take into account the flights. So let's be kind and say 500 for both, like, separately, because we need to go there, return as well. So then we're talking 4,500. Then on top of that, hotels, another 500. If we're going to stay there for a couple of days, let's say 300, whatever. Brother, you're spending nearly $5,000. Oh yeah, food, depending on where the show is. If it's in LA or something like that, you got to spend food for the week. You can be conservative and have McDonald's every day and like a scumbag, but whatever. Okay. $20 a day, $30 a day just on McDonald's. That's for one meal, 1.5 meals. You want to eat twice? Yeah, it's another $200. It's $200 each for food. Brother, it gets ridiculous. And that's me talking about me as an adult and my son who's 17. The modern family, if we're talking about mom, dad, 2 kids, mom, dad, 2 sons and a daughter, mom, dad, 2 daughters and a son. She wants to go see Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte and all that. The boys want to see Usos and Cody and Roman. Mom fancies Roman. Dad fancies Jade. They want to get some merch there as well and food in the arena. And then your kids are like, yo, we got here early. Can we go see WWE Access? Yeah, let's go see the merch. Yeah, son, let's not buy the merch here. We can get it online. But dad, yeah, but the reason why is because the reason why they want it is because I've done that before. It's horrible. It's for the experience. Why they want the merch there? They don't want them when they get home. They probably don't want that T-shirt anymore. But for the experience. Now, luckily for me, my son's so relaxed. He don't care about stuff. I've brought merch at like live shows before. I think my son brought like a WWE belt one of the times as well. When you go to the WWE live show, when you take your belt, sometimes they don't let you take your belt in, like your WWE belt. So then I remember my son going, he wanted to hold the belt, so we had to buy him another belt. Why? Well, brother, come on, man. Money in the Bank briefcases, all this extra money. Then the concessions of the place, bro, it gets dark, man. Got rid of WWE Network, increased the ticket prices, and keep putting me. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. That's exactly what's happened. The WWE Network was well worth the money. People who didn't have the network realize this, innit? Think of Netflix, but for wrestling only, and it was $9.99 a month, and it had everything that ever happened in wrestling was on this. Well worth the money. Well worth the money. Wrestling used to be very affordable. It did. It really did. No, but listen, Liz, I'll tell you. We did this on the show. So when we did the Birmingham show, this is the perfect example. It came up. What was the lowest price? What we saw was was it 270 or something like that in the back? Okay, 270. The year before when I went to the live show in Birmingham, 52 pounds per ticket. That 52 pounds per ticket. Obviously, it was in the evening. Not only was it 52 pounds per ticket, got to go to Smith's, meet Ricochet. That's free, and it's around the corner. The place isn't that far from me. It's crazy, man. We got Ravi. Ravi, I've not ignored your question, bro. I'll star it because we haven't got to the SmackDown part yet. We do that part in order, but I'll 100% get to that, bro. So love for that, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. You likely bang out the merch again next show. You go, yeah, because what happens is they do the merch where it's like if you're in. I use my city again, Birmingham. So what happened is I remember vividly because I was looking at the stuff, folding them up yesterday, thinking what a waste of money because I've got a stack of t-shirts, obviously. And we went there, we went in. I remember vividly. Went to see Ricochet, came back here, got a taxi. Taxi was not expensive, like 13 quid or something like that. We got there. It was raining. Was outside. Everyone blah blah blah. Go inside the arena. I think we brought like a drink. We didn't have no food there because obviously we just had dinner and stuff like that. We brought what merch did my son buy? He brought a Austin 316 merch, but it was Birmingham. You know when you as an adult, my son will realize now, but you as an adult have a child or a little cousin or something, and you can see that these cheap fuckers made this just for this show, but your kid doesn't care. So I remember seeing it going, this is a regular Austin 316 top with a skull on the back with a Great Britain flag, but you've changed it to Birmingham 316. And I wanted to say to my son, what's the point, bro? You're never going to wear this again. No, I was wrong about he's never going to wear this again. He never wore it in general. He just wanted it because it said that on the front. He should be able to get it. Brother, this shit online, bro. The Austin t-shirt online was 20 pounds. But in the stadium, that was like 30, 34, something like that. Not to mention online, I can use my code. Bro, darkness, man. Best off just buying memorabilia, bro. At least like you can keep it. It looks good in your house, and then if in the future, if you fall out of love with it, you can sell it, bro. I think my son just got a, when Finn Balor won the Universal title, my son just got the piece of the canvas on a frame. I think last week or something like that. He brought it himself. He's got his own money now, but. Imagine you have 4 kids and you want to go to the show rather than bro. Because kids are kids, and we've all been a kid. Doesn't matter how understanding that you are as a kid. Some kids are more understanding to your face. I was the kid that was way understanding to my mom's face. Behind the scenes, though, in my head, I was screwing that I didn't get to go to certain places, but I understood. But all I'm saying is, you want to tell your kid, really, do you want to go to this wrestling event, the Saturday night main event, and see John Cena? Or do you want to go on holiday to New York for Christmas? We can go all the Home Alone sites. You can see the big tree, and you're in New York, and you get food, and all this. And if your kid's a wrestling fan, he's going to pick wrestling, bro, and he's going to kill you inside. Or you tell your other kid, would you like me to buy you a car? Because you can buy a car with the money. Mortgage. It's darkness, bro. It's darkness, man. I've seen all the prices, seen them in the nosebleeds and that. The nosebleeds at John Cena's thingy is, what was it, 250, 280, 500, something like that. Yeah, anyway, I guess we gotta get to this show. I think we were live from Tempe, Arizona. Yeah, man, SmackDown 24/10/2025. Let me get my notes up. There's not too many, but we'll chop it up and that. We'll take the bullet points. But as you guys see from the thumbnail, I want you to do me a favor on it. Look at my thumbnail now. Just go to the channel, look at the thumbnail, look at the last live videos, and look at the last SmackDown thumbnails, bro. And tell me if I'm tripping, bro. Because let me go to my own channel. This should be interesting. I do this on purpose, by the way. And they're not like pictures from the same show. They're from different shows. But I do this on purpose to prove a point. So, live. Look at my last 2 live streams. They have the same person on the front cover, the same of them, bro. This again, both titles. Cody Rhodes, McIntyre on both of them. I did not make this up. I did not make this up, bro. This is what it is. Same shit, different day. It's darkness. But as I said, I don't want to moan too much because I can choose not to do this, bro. And honestly, I'm not doing the soppy business about I do it for you guys only because I do it for myself as well. But I'm just saying, man, it'd be easy to tune out. I just don't want to put any hard work to Nikki Blackheart. I like Nikki Blackheart still. Get to the W. I would say get to the WWE, but it'll probably ruin you. All right, what was I doing? Get my notes in it. Back here now. Then we kick off the show with Cody. Of course we did. So we ever fucking do. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Fucking fed up with that shit, man. All right. Let me get your comments down the screen first. All right. Oh my god, I didn't know they made the match for Saturday Night Main Event. That sucks. Okay. Did we got step by step? Oh my god, I thought I had the step by step. Bear with me, guys. We kicked off with Cody Rhodes in it. Let's be honest, it doesn't matter that we kicked off with Cody Rhodes. You know, Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre again. Same shit, different day. I don't know how you like feel about these Cody promos and that. I don't like getting onto Cody because I actually like him, but it's so dead, bro. He says a load of nothing, bro, and they've got Drew saying a load of nothing. The worst thing about Drew, though, he just loses. He just loses along with it. So, here we go. There's my notes, man. All right. What I said in it. 24-10-25, Mullet Arena, Tempe, Arizona. Cody Rhodes runs into Jimmy Uso backstage. Jimmy thanks Cody for having Jacobs back last week, and then Jimmy talks to Nick Aldis. Cody saw what happened on Raw. Cody asks Jimmy if everything's good with him and his brother. Jimmy is pissed. Then he understands where he's coming from, and his brother has to go into business for himself. So all of that business. Jimmy appreciates Cody's words and tells Cody he's heading to the arena to talk to people. Well, Cody tells him. He ends up in the arena, and then we get Cody Rhodes. So Tempe, Arizona. What do you want to talk about? The reason why he says what, I think when he says what do you want to talk about is because he actually wants to know what do you want to talk about. But yeah, same old shit. Cody and Drew start talking to each other. Cody talks about hitting Drew McIntyre with the belt. And then Cody says, I had to do what I had to do, and I apologize for that. Drew said, I don't want your apologies, I don't want your excuses. I was interested in the fact that Drew is maintaining that he didn't do anything to Jacob Fatu. But he's saying it so much that I half believe him, to be fair. And to be honest, his character's been through the mill over the last year. Like, he's been mistreated as a character. He's been mistreated probably more than anyone in terms of the ones who have been used. I mean, R-Truth's been mistreated since comeback again. And yeah, to Ravi's point, like Cody doing the Liz, it does look cool. Cody doing the old clean cut stuff don't work when you hit man over the head with the title last week and you keep wanting to scrap people. But yeah, they talk about Saturday Night Main Event, and then you know what Cody's gonna do. Enough! Let's start off right here. Let's fight right here. And the thing is, when he says let's start off right here, let's fight right here, let's have our match right here, when the match is already booked in for Saturday Night Main Event, so really you're just pissing off the crowd, bro. We know. Jimmy Uso jumps over the barricade and attacks Drew from behind. Then Jimmy launches an attack on Drew and the security guards. Do you guys notice as well that the one security guard was the one from the Razar Jackson thing? I saw him straight away. You know the one that looks like Lance Archer? The one who pulled Razar Jackson off that ute in the ring. He was the WWE security today, so I do wonder if Triple H or somebody blessed him with a little job because of what he did. And if they did, big up for that, man, because he did a great thing, because that guy nearly lost his life in the ring. So yeah, we move on from there anyway. Nobody comes out. We go to commercial break, and then we have Drew and Nick Aldis arguing backstage. Drew says to Nick Aldis that if you thought that I had attacked Jacob Fatu, you would have never put me in that match in the first place. I agree with Drew. If Nick Aldis thinks that Drew McIntyre's the one who did that to Jacob Fatu. You wouldn't bless him with a match, would you? It wouldn't make any sense. So, yeah, he says that, and then if I'm correct, Jimmy jumps him again. He jumps him again. Massive pull-apart brawl. This is Paul Levesque booking all over it every week. A brawl. The only thing that doesn't make sense to me is Jacob Fatu is way more angry about somebody taking out Jacob Fatu than he's ever been angry about somebody taking out Roman or Jay. Jacob Fatu, who came into the company as a heel on the opposite side to him and his brother and Roman with Solo. But now all of a sudden it's family first, which it should be family first, but you're half doing more than, like, Jay's been attacked loads of times. All right. First match of the night, we get Rey Fenix and Shinsuke Nakamura taking on the MFTs, bruv. Corner on the card, Mateo and Tama Tonga. Yeah. Yeah, nothing to talk about. Rey Fenix is great, but who cares because they don't book him properly. Nakamura's great, but who cares they don't book him properly. They went to Japan, so now they brought Nakamura back just to lose in a tag team match that means nothing. The question to the WWE. The last time we saw the MFTs last week, they were faced off with the Wyatt Six. This week, no Wyatt Six because Halloween shows. So, we don't care. This is how you make the fans care, and this is how you make the fans disinterested, and you're making us disinterested. How the hell did you have them facing off with the Wyatt Six last week, and now the Wyatt Six ain't there? They always bring Nakamura back for no reason. Every time they bring him back, he loses. He had the whole thing with Cody, the subtitles, the mist, lose. He just loses. Fight Sami Zayn, fight AJ Styles, lose. Yeah, the only thing is, I'm with you. The only reason why I've refrained from saying you might as well release people is because I'm just of the opinion, I like these people, get your money in it. Make your money, bro. If they're charging us stupid money for tickets, then you lot make the money. But I agree with you, bro. For a reputation and a career, yeah, leave, bro. Leave. This match ends in them like winning. Tama Tonga with the cutthroat move, the elbow, because Talatonga, the tall Tongan on the outside, gave the weakest choke slam. The weakest choke slam to Rey Fenix you've ever seen. But it's not the weakest you've ever seen. I've seen Undertaker do worse, but it's not the point. Moving on from there, we get Nick Aldis tells Jimmy Uso that he can't have any more of these backstage brawls tonight. I like the way that he said backstage brawl. Anyway, Jimmy says this is some BS because everybody on the mama knows that Drew McIntyre Jack Faker Fatu. After the week he's had dealing with Jay's BS and dealing with tonight's BS, Jimmy is getting ready to throw hands tonight. Yeah, in the ugly outfit. Jimmy's great, by the way, but yeah. Jimmy doesn't want a match. He wants to fight. Nick tells Jimmy it will be a no disqualification match now. Okay. You call it a no disqualification match. I'm going to call it a street fight because nothing matters in the WWE. I'm just going to call it a street fight. So we had a street fight between Drew McIntyre, I think, so we'll get that. Next up, we had the secret cervix run into Julia backstage. Chelsea wants to run a trial on her being a brand new women's champion. I mean, women's United States champion, etc. Kiana shows up with twins and the big belt and the big bag. And Julia, they make a match. And then you have Nikki Cross lurking. So Nikki Cross is lurking in the background, but the MFTs didn't come face to face with the Wyatts again. Very strange. Anyway, we have Tiffany Stratton versus Kiana James because why not? Because they can. So they did. And yeah, we got a match. Sorry, I'm running through this like this, but we'll just chop it up after this anyway. Like, I just want to run through. They had a match, and did anybody think that Tiffany Stratton was going to lose? No, you didn't. So that's fine. And obviously, we know what was going to happen here. Tiffany wins the match. She gets attacked after the match. Julia and Kiana James. Jade Cargill comes out to save Tiffany Stratton because Tiffy time! And there's a storm coming. She saves her. And we get the heel turn of Jade Cargill, which brings it to Ravi's, because I don't want to miss Ravi's comment that he made earlier. Star it. So Ravi said, questions, thoughts on Jade turning heel? I think this is what she needed to boost her character. This will do her well. There's two parts. Jade being heel separately, great. The reason why is because the way she speaks, the way her attitude is, it fits being a heel already. And I'm used to her being AEW. But the difference is she wasn't this rough and ready heel in AEW. She was, we're better than you kind of heel. Like, and she used to have the baddie section, which was cool. I know because I'm a man, it's like, oh yeah, bunch of women. But no, it actually looked cool. Like, she'd be all glamorous backstage, come in the ring, beat you up. She looks great. And then she'll have like 6-7 women with her all dressed up like they're going clubbing, called the baddie section. And they will have a section in the arena, whether it's in the crowd with the red tape, with champagne and stuff, or they'll be in the box, champagne, chilling. I thought it was so cool. And they could have ran this here. You could have had the baddies in WWE getting in people's way and stuff like that, trying to seduce some of the men, some of them, you know what I mean? It could have been cool. Now, this other part to this being heel and you saying it will do a character well, that's because you're a smart guy and you're probably creative yourself, but we are talking about the WWE here. And of all the people they keep turning heel and all this stuff, have you seen any greatness come from it? Seriously, have you seen any greatness come from it? Nothing's changed for anyone who turns heel. You were holding out right now that Jey Uso's probably going to turn heel and they're going to do something great, but I can't trust WWE with Jade Cargill. I can't trust them with her. Anyway, since they've had her in the company, they've booked her terrible. Morris, that doesn't count because that was Vince and Paul Heyman and Roman. That doesn't count. I'm talking about lately. I'm not talking about 4 years ago. I'm talking about lately. Of all the people that's changed, Naomi's the best one. And now you've made the person who attacked Naomi. I mean, the person who was attacked by Naomi, now 2 months after Naomi's left, is no. Use that. No. Solo was all. Solo didn't turn heel. Solo was heel. He came into the bloodline heel, bro. The first time we saw him was Clash in Paris, Clash at the Castle. He was heel. Give me 1 second. I think Chang's here. 1 second. Oh. Apologies. Okay, who was saying? You saying KO? I'll give you KO. I'll give you KO. What did he? Nah. No. We're not doing KO actually. Kevin Owens always turns heel, bro. Kevin Owens always turns heel, bro. This guy has been best friends with Jericho, best friends with Sammy, best friends with The New Day, and he always turns heel. So let's not use Kevin Owens. Drew McIntyre, they ruined it instantly. Now, Drew's character, speaking in the ring, talking online, good heel. But his character is shit, bro. Like, he just loses. Drew McIntyre's whole character is he loses. Why have they made a big deal about him fighting Jimmy when it wasn't? Am I tripping? What's going on, son? Okay, sharp trimming that. Wasn't son? How long ago was Drew McIntyre running around trying to kill the Roman and that when Roman and that turned babyface? Well, that long ago. Exactly. So you guys remember what I'm saying here? Do you not remember that we had that thing where Jay came over to Raw, and then some of the Raw locker room didn't want him over there because of what the Usos had done, and then Cody's the one who like, yeah, we want him over here and that. Then Drew McIntyre was screwing because he was saying, "Are you not just gonna forget what all the Bloodline done to all of us?" And then he became the Bloodline killer. He became the Bloodline killer, trying to take everybody out. Do it. He's lost to Jay. He's lost to Jimmy. He lost to Roman, Cody, Jelly Roll. Randy. There's probably someone else. Who was the person on the roster that got a roll up on him or something like that? He lost to everyone. You know what? You're going to force me to do, guys, because there's my show and I don't have no time limits, bro. So let me find it, because... All right. Let's see how bad this Drew McIntyre shit is, bro. Where are we? Let's just go this year. this year alone because he was doing this stuff. Well, actually, let's go. When was this, the CM Punk stuff? That was 2024, in August. Okay, so WrestleMania, was it WrestleMania or was it Money in the Bank? Money in the Bank. It was Damian Priest defeats him. Yeah, because he cashed Damian Priest. Yeah. Okay. So we go. So let's go from here. He has the strap match against CM Punk. Loses. He loses to Jey Uso. SmackDown. He loses to CM Punk in a Hell in a Cell. Then he defeats Sami Zayn twice. Then he loses to Jay. Then he loses to Seth. Then he defeats Sami Zayn again. Then he doesn't win the Royal Rumble. He doesn't win the where's that one? SmackDown. Oh yeah. Then he fights in the Elimination Chamber qualifying triple threat match and he wins. Then he loses to Jimmy Uso, who now you're trying to tell me they've got beef for each other. Then we have Elimination Chamber. Obviously, he doesn't win that. Then Drew beats Jimmy again. Then Damian and Jimmy beat Drew and Shinsuke Nakamura. Then Drew defeats Randy Orton on SmackDown. Then he has a Sin City Street fight and beats Damian Priest at WrestleMania. Then he has number one contendership and he beats LA Knight. Then he loses the Fatal 4-Way. Jacob Fatu wins. Then he loses to Damian Priest in a steel cage. Then he loses to Randy Orton. Then he loses to Jelly Roll. No, then he beats Jelly Roll and Randy Orton. Then he loses to Cody Rhodes and John Cena. And then he loses to Randy Orton. And then he loses to Cody Rhodes. Then he beats Cody Rhodes last week by disqualification. And then he beats Jimmy today. That's been a year of Drew McIntyre, bro. Absolute. Did you realize that most of the wins are named in that was Jimmy and Sami Zayn? 3 times each. You know damn well what we're going to get at War Games. We're going to get flipping Roman and CM Punk and the Usos and somebody else again versus the other heel team. Oh my God, bro. I don't. It sucks, bro. It sucks, bro. Anyway, we get to the end of this match. Tiffany Stratton's happy that Jade Cargill saved her, and I'm sorry, but this is getting like heel turns have to mean something. And so Ravi's point was, Jade Cargill is a heel. Yes, she can be perfect. I like the way she looked today because she looked different and she was dressed different. But this thing where like you save somebody and you hold their hand up and you just point to them for fucking 2 minutes. We all know you're about to clothesline the bitch. We all. Why would I hold what? Jade Cargill can't beat Tiffany Stratton. She keeps losing. And that's the reason why you don't have the title. Why would you be? You saved her. So why would you need to raise her hand? Because she beat Kiana James. You raise her hand, you point at her for 2 minutes, and then you don't let go of her hand, and then you keep pointing at her, and then you walk off slow. Everybody and their dog knows what's about to happen. There's a clothesline coming. There's a kick to the titties coming. There's an elbow to the cervix coming. Yeah, there's some that she's gonna turn heel, bro. But the problem is, we used to love heel turns. Tell me why Jade. Somebody give me a valid reason right now why Jade Cargill has turned heel, bro. And it cannot involve Naomi because she's gone and she's the one who's heel, by the way. You want to know why they've done this shit? Because Bianca Belair's going to return soon, probably. And they need somebody to feud with. But, bruv, how are you running out of people for Tiffany to fight, bruv? It's Tiffany time! How are you running out of people for her to fight? If she was going to turn heel, she should have turned heel when somebody dashed her through a fucking car, bruv. She should have. Okay, I got dashed through a car. Bianca Belair's coming out every day talking about, I'll try to speak to her, but she's ignoring the calls. Then you come out at Elimination Chamber. You should have beat up Naomi and Jade and Bianca at Elimination Chamber. And you should have said, the reason why I attacked her is because this bitch left me knowing that Naomi did this to me. And I have proof of it. Then you check some text messages, bring up some fake WhatsApps. Now that scar's horrible, bro. I think that's done for. I think that scar is great for how it looks, wrestling, movies, and that. But for real life, that scar's serious business. I don't know. I don't know. It looks like there's a bit of makeup around the scar though, but that scar is brutal. She got a head split open, but all the other women wrestlers that got injured can't return. Damien Priest got shot in the eye with a fireball. He returns the week after, but everyone else can't. All right, man. So Jade Cargill goes off. Then, the little brawl that she does, she beats up Tiffany. I didn't mind the way she beat Tiffany up. If you're going to turn heel properly. I was a little bit scared, though. I'm not being disrespectful to Jade. I was a little bit scared the way she was attacking Tiffany because she started doing moves that got done to her when she split her head open. So you split your head open 3 weeks ago on a steel step. And then the first thing you do when you turn heel is throw Tiffany head first into the stairs, into the ring post, into the table twice. And then you start stamping on her with the big boots. I can't lie. Just for my own sake, can't speak for you lot. It scared me a little bit because I'm like, that doesn't look safe to me. And there's an issue with the ladies where they don't protect their face enough when they get thrown into stuff. Because even when Jade got thrown into the stairs, if you watch it back, she didn't protect herself. So anyway, moving on from there, we have more dumb shit. We have Ilya Dragunov runs into Sami Zayn in the backstage area. Sami says he didn't get a chance to congratulate. What? Congratulate the guy that took your title off you? Yeah, makes sense, bro. Because of the MFTs get involved in his business, Dragunov has so much respect for Sami Zayn, and bringing back he's bringing back the US title challenge. Now, listen, just Ilya. I will get to it when you get to him anyway. Kathy Kelly backstage interview Jade Cargill. Kathy asked Jade why she attacked Tiffany and she's worried about facing the consequences. Jade says, "I'm not worried about any consequences. Once I face consequences when you make a mistake. The only mistake Jade made was thinking that this world rewards patience. Okay, we get it. So I'm not waiting for a title shot. I'm going to take it. Jade, I'm sorry to tell you this, but your last few matches have been title shots, and you lost. So what are you talking about patience? You lost. You lost. And I like Jade, but you lost." Ilya comes out to celebrate his US title win. Because obviously the US title always goes to someone who's not American. That's normally the way forward, apart from Fatu. Anyway, he comes out to celebrate. He comes out to a media reaction from the crowd. You know why the media reaction? Because half of the people don't know who the fuck he is. I like Ilya. He's great. The fans don't know who you are because you weren't around long enough before when you got injured in any relevance. There's no backstory. I remember before there was a vignette of him in his hometown and that, but apart from that, no backstory. He gets in the ring, he starts cutting the promo, and once the fans, you hear them saying, "What? Yeah, you've lost them, bro. They don't care." So he does all of that. Then he says stuff about it's my destiny, and I like fighting, and I'll never give up, and that's why I'm bringing back. I'm keeping the legacy of Sami Zayn going with the open challenge. Legacy of Sami Zayn. Didn't Sami Zayn have only 4 open challenges and then he lost? What? So hold on. The booking of the US title going forward is just going to be open challenges. No stories, just open challenges. And if it is open challenges, then why does it not look realistic? For example, let's be real for a second. The locker room is full of people, and it's full of people who haven't been used as well. People like, and I know some of these are raw people, but who cares? But Otis and all these people. So you put out open challenge. Why is everyone who's not got a match, who's not already a champion, why are they not running to the Titantron to go get a match? We should see storylines where someone's intro music goes off, or entrance music, and then someone else's entrance music goes off at the same time, or just after, because they got to the producer and told him to turn it off and turn mine on, to try run out there, get to the quickest to the ring. Some open challenges are going to become triple threat matches because 2 people have tried to get it. But no, everyone's patiently waiting backstage for an open challenge. He didn't say, I'm going to give each person a title shot in order. He said, open challenge, bro. Fucking. Yeah, honestly, I remember when people used to get injured, they would show real life videos of them in surgery or going into surgery in a wheelchair and that to play some rock music over the top. They don't show their recovery in the gym of them in pain. Then they can't run, but then they can run. Then they're doing some meaty leg extensions, but then they got the leg press going, and in the back, and then there's a shadow coming soon. Veer Mahan. Anyway, I'd rather have a best 3 out of 7 series for the US. Yeah, I agree. I agree, bro. Yeah, everyone used to run out there for the 24/7 7-Eleven I-95 TV South Championship. Like realistically, the Open Challenge, our truth isn't don't want no part of the Open Challenge. I told you like this the week after our truth came back. I'm so happy he's back, but I think they've brought him back to punish the geezer, bro. And since they brought him back, nothing. This main man cut his hair off on camera and then said, "Yeah, you're not on screen anymore." And he's just gone back to be a. Well, I will see him at Saturday Night Main Event when John Cena's leaving. That's when we'll see him. Stupid shit. Anyway, we get the person who answers Dragunov's Open Challenge is Aleister Black, accompanied by his wife Zelina. They come out, great entrance, of course. They look great. Savage, why didn't they use Rusev for the new Street Fighter film as Zangief? I don't know. He looks he's perfectly done for him already. But yeah, I don't know the reason why. Maybe he can't act. That could be a reason, because that's the only thing. Like naturally, I'm the same as you. I'm always like, yeah, pick this person who's a wrestler. Same with Jay Cargill, like pick her to be Storm. But realistically, if she can't act, then I'd rather be a good actor. I remember when Wonder Woman was coming out, when I knew they was making it, and I was like, yeah, put Nikki Bella as Wonder Woman. I don't know why I thought Nikki. I was like, put Nikki Bella as Wonder Woman should be great. They didn't go with me. They went with Gal Gadot, and no, Cal. I like Gal Gadot, but acting's a bit, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So. This is for life. Although I will say, Ravi, the person they did use for Street Fighter for Zangief, I know him as an actor because he's the thingy in it. Is the how tall is he? You know, he's the 7-foot geezer with the big beard. He's good though. Like to be fair, you pick him or Rusev, you would pick that guy. What's his name? Olivia Richards, I think, the Dutch bodybuilder. So he probably fits perfect as well, more than Rusev. But I get what you mean. Rusev, because Rusev got the look of how he dresses as well already. But yeah, this match, nobody cares what happened in the match. But obviously, Damian Priest comes out with the sunglasses on. Then he reveals that he's got a burn around his eye. I like the attention to detail, but I'll tell you what I won't like is if next week I see Damian Priest and his skin's fine, because Buddy Murphy left WWE with the injury, the eye injury, and Aleister Black, and they took it over to AEW and it came back. So, yeah, run that. Anyway, he comes out. Ilya hits Thingy, wins the match on it because he's distracted, and then Damian Priest runs to the ring to attack Aleister Black. What do you mean, Shannon Sharp? You know which geezer I'm talking about, innit? Anyway, he attacks him. Thingy tries to roll out the ring, Aleister Black, and then Zelina jumps on Damian's shoulders and rakes his eyes. I like that because that's what should happen. The only problem I had is the only problem I had with her raking his eyes and doing that, which was fine, is once she raked his eyes and he couldn't see, why did Aleister Black and Zelina run off? Like, why did you just not attack him? That's what you should do. But anyway, question: is Apollo Crews back to Nigeria? Because I haven't seen him for time. No, we've seen him. We've seen him since then. I've seen him this year in WWE, but they put him on main event and stuff like that. It's trash. And he ain't Nigerian anymore. So, Savage in general, you have to ask, what is Triple H, Paul Heyman, and the writers doing? No, they suck, bro. I think Paul Heyman is in the vein where he's just chilling now. But yeah, Paul Levesque, I don't know, bro. Son, what are you doing? What was that little prance, bro? What? You think you're Iron Man? Why did you just try to take off? I was walking. You didn't just walk off. You tried to take off, bro. You don't have an arc reactor, bro.
I actually do have
one. A real one?
I have one.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Moving on, obviously Dragunov wins that match. Kathy Kelly backstage interview with Carmelo Hayes. There's no point talking about Carmelo Hayes and them, man, because they get treated wrong. And then we had, so what's his name? Oh God, man. What's the Elton John's Virgin name? Wade Wilson. Yeah, so Elton John and Wade Wilson, that geezer. Yeah. Oh yeah, Deadpool. Kit Wilson with the one who always got his chest out for no reason, blood. This geezer's shit, bro. Listen, I'm sorry, bro. I'm always trying to be nice, innit? Because I really don't want to be rude to people, but you can say some every now and again, some people are just shit at their job, innit? Now, is he a shit wrestler? No. His character's shit, bro. His character's shit. So you're just a flamboyant, straight guy. Your whole character is just you're flamboyant and straight, and you can't find a top that covers your chest. That's the whole. No, because there are me that you know why it bothers me so much? Because we had Breezango. Breezango were great. They even had the fashion files. You remember? It's Fandango. Every Monday, the fashion files and that, bro. Those handing out tickets for people dressing wrong. And then you got these two, bro. Elton John and Wicked Wilson, blood. How about that? Elton John and Kit Wilson, bro. Bro, you just said his name was Kit Wilson, bro. Even Prince Elton the first and Kit Wilson. Listen, they don't only bother me in real life. They bother me on the game. They're always down 2K just doing shit for no reason, bro. Elton Prince. Why don't he change his name to Prince Elton and pretend that he's the Prince of Essex? You see how quick you can make a story, bro. You go Essex, you go use the only way is Essex casting that Mark Ryan that's bowing down to him. You see how I'm going? This is disgusting. 500 quid. Yeah. No, it's an Xbox handheld. I wanted to buy one, like the DS and that. It's sick. Play Fortnite, FIFA and that on there. They sell it in Smiths. 500 quid. That's more than I know. I saw it. I was like, because obviously the nerds are outside Smiths again. Like,
the Switch was 280.
Yeah.
So you think it'd be around that?
They're disgusting for that. They'll find out when no one buys it and then they'll drop the price, bro. But anyway. Huh? Don't start this again. Turn that down a bit, please. Yeah, you trimmed it down, but it's not cut because you look like a loser if you cut it.
You know, they said that if I do monster calls,
yeah,
I get colour, I have to shave everything off.
Yeah.
You
got like a kneecap. You got like a thumb, bro. Like, you got like a mixed race elbow, bro. Kath Kelly backstage with Charlotte and Alexa. I'm gonna lose my shit soon, bro. Bro, Charlotte and Alexa are two of the biggest stars in WWE. They're just a tag team and they're just happy all the time. All right, that's all I got to say about that. Bayley's challenged them to a tag team match against her and Lyra. We know what's gonna happen in this match. We know Bayley's she's gonna hit her head and turn crazy again. Bro, nobody cares about. I'll need all men of culture. Join. I'm gonna ask you a question now. Tell me what you like about Bayley, and I bet I know what you're not gonna say. Go on. What do you like about Bayley? You say you don't. I've seen you scream when Bayley came out before.
No, I know you.
What do you like about Bayley? What do you like about Bayley? What do you like about Bayley?
I know you want me to say.
I don't want you to say anything. I'm trying to prove something. You can say anything, but just don't lie. You like her hair? You know damn well it's not hair that you like. You know damn well it ain't the hair like you. Do you not know that Bailey's thicker than a bowl of oatmeal, blood? Yeah, that's all man them care about, bro. The Tigo biddies keep growing and she's cheeked up, but nobody cares about her wrestling. Nobody cares that she's a psychopath all of a sudden when she gets slapped in the face, but when she doesn't, she's best friends with Lyra. And then if I ask you what you like about Lyra, you're just gonna tell me you fancy Lyra too, but her character's shit and her boyfriend's a weirdo. Sorry about the boyfriend. Hey, man, Bailey's all natural, bro. See? Yeah, character's tidy and she's cute. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. No, and don't get me wrong. Before anyone gets all, you men are objectifying Paul Heyman coming into the Royal Rumble. He's going to be the naked Paul Heyman again, the one in the pants, what you had before.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Remember that? But I'm saying, like realistically, this is where people have to stop lying on it. I don't watch wrestling for that reason because I've been watching wrestling my whole life on it. But to get viewers in and that, like, so why does everyone always pretend that people don't just watch stuff because people look good? They do. They do. You know how many singers are shit and you like lying to yourself, but because you like them, you're like, oh, she's a great singer. No, she ain't. Go, okay, listen to her mute, bro. That's what you should do. So, yeah, man. But Lyra working with Bailey is helping her develop. Yeah, I know. No, let's not. Honestly, you can't mean that, bro. Because I'll make you block yourself for that, bro. Bring back Ding Dong, hello Bailey. Let's not ever. And then she used to do this. Ding Dong. No one laughed at her. Nobody laughed at her. And then oh my god, remember the thingy? She had like, this is your life with the door in the middle of the ring. And she pressed the ding dong and you walk through the door. Oh my god, bro. Bring back the Kevin Owens show. I'd run that. Kevin Owens show was cold, bro. Man, I plant pots in that for no reason, bro. Oh yeah, true, Ravi. True, man. I like the Jericho, man. With Jericho show with the Jeritron 5000, bro. Survivor Series. Yeah, because it's viral. Yeah. I watched it 2 days ago again, man. You're pretty funny looking, you know. What is that? What? That? You think it's funny, huh? Chintz McMahon? Yeah, that's when he cooked AJ, innit? Sucker mom's hair? You just made the list. You know, I know we're going off script here, but who cares because there's no script. You know the funniest part about that segment, the Survivor Series, yeah? It's when they start talking and Kevin Owens is talking. And it's like, that's my best friend. Man. That's my best friend. Tell him. That Kevin, tell him. Yeah, bro. Remember the Festival of Friendship? And they had that they had the Cupid painting of them naked pointing at each other. That's yeah, Bailey's fit, but I liked her wrestling since NXT. No, Bailey's wrestling was good and been good, but her character's stale now. The last good Bailey we had was Bailey and Sasha. Remember they were tag teams and then they turned on each other and then they would mashed each other up. Yeah, since that, man. Maybe she misses Sasha, man. They attempted to do it on NXT, informed 2 years ago. JC turned on Gigi. Hey, yo. Gigi's caked up still. Caked up, lad. Ginger cake. Ginger cake, lad. That's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. NXT is a bakery, bro. No, because, okay, if anyone watched NXT this week, because I did the Hardy compound reaction, yeah. But there's a scene where they kick out Kalani Jordan from the locker room. So she goes to go in, and then all the women come out and they're like, you can't come in here. And she's like, what's like, when you're the TNA champion, you decided to go against us. You're not coming in. So then each one of them throws stuff out, and then Jade comes out, Parker, and then she throws her stuff in that. And when she, brother, man, because that's what I'm saying, bro. Maybe that's why Jay looks tired in the ring all the time. Yeah, no, I ain't going to say anything else, bro. But men of culture, bro. We applaud Jey Uso, bro, like that. In fact, I just realized, bro, the Uso brothers, that's a lot of cake. That's a lot of chocolate cake. They can't all go in the car ride together. Where's the space in that car? Yeah, it's long still. Bring up the Uso, right? It's what I'm saying, the bloodline. And hey, I don't know, man. I ain't going to speak bad about Roman's missus because Roman's my guy, but Roman's doing all right too. Roman's been with his girl for time. Bro, Roman's doing all right too. Yeah? Big on the Usos, blood. Yeah, man. Yeah, man said Miss Parker carrying the whole bakery, bro. Shucky ducky quack quack, blood, like that. All right, where do we go from here? We've done the Dragunov match already. SmackDown has become a cesspool for terrible creativity, blood. I'll tell you that. Can you not believe that we were... Yeah, Solo doing all right too. Can you believe that a couple of years ago, all of us in unison said that SmackDown was better than Raw? Every week. You know what I watched? I just randomly wanted to watch Old SmackDown. I watched random SmackDown, Roman Reigns and the Usos in the ring before Roman had won the second title, and Xavier Woods came out because they robbed his crown off him.
Oh yeah.
And he's cutting the promo, and then Roman cuts the baddest promo. He said, "You think I care about? Is that what you think of? You think I care about these props?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then because Xavier's like, "The crown doesn't make them." He goes, "The throne doesn't make a man." It's like, "Your throne don't make a man." Jay, and then Jay breaks the throne. He's like, "Yeah, well the scepter is like you don't care about the scepter either." Jay, and then Jay snaps it over his knee, and then he goes, he grabs the crown, like, "What about this crown?" And then he tries to slide in the ring. He gets rushed. And then Roman stamps on it in front of his face, bro. Yeah, bro. Remember that when we was gassed? Do you remember when us on the channel made Xavier become king? For no reason. We really thought he was going to turn into like King Booker. And he won it. And then Roman took his top, bro. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Ravi, bro. Listen, man. I can't lie, bro. I would never turn my back on the New Day for the greatness they've given us, bro. Because when everyone was 10 years of New Day, greatness, bro. About 3 years of it's been a bit meaty. But they did do the singles thing, especially Kofi and Xavier. I mean, Kofi and Big E. But how do you treat a team like that, bro? Like, Fingy doesn't even come on anymore. Up, down, down. That was such a great show. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's darkness, man. Like, why don't they use the Celtic Warrior workouts with Sheamus to cut, like, say his training with Lyra. And it's like it's the Lyra and Bailey workout, but in the middle of the workout, Bailey snaps. Come on, man. Yeah, bro. The initial debut of the start of the New Day was questionable. Not for me, it wasn't. Not for me, it wasn't. Because I'm not going off what the fans said. When the New Days came out as the church choir, I knew it was going to be cold. Because I was like, nah, this is... And it was because Vince liked gospel. That's what they said. And, you know, Big E was a child pastor, innit? So... I liked it, but then obviously the crowd hated them, which was dope because it made them turn heel. It was like New Day sucks, and then the New Day and the Usos for years, just them battles alone. Great American Bash. Come on, man. New Day is cold, bruv, but they've been disrespected now, and they don't mean anything anymore. And somehow you've made the New Day not mean anything, Finn Balor not mean anything, AJ Styles not mean anything, Nakamura not mean anything, and we can keep going. All them big characters that don't mean anything anymore. The Miz doesn't mean anything. Start, man. One day they're gonna find out when everyone just quits at the same time, bro. Keep going back on these flipping notes. US Championship, Kathy Kelly backstage. Built Kathy Kelly just because she's Kathy Kelly, blood. You had a girlfriend like Kathy Kelly, didn't you? Remember?
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre versus Jimmy Uso in a street fight. I mean, no disqualification match. I mean, Extreme Rules match. I mean, Bloodline Rules match. You see what I'm saying? It's all the same shit. Yep, Randy Orton, Charlotte, Alexa. Yep, you're right. All of them don't mean anything. Anything to do with this is the worst one. Anything to do with the Wyatt name doesn't mean anything anymore. Why? Oh my god. The Hardy Boys are the NXT champions and the TNA champions. Am I correct? So why couldn't Bo Dallas turn up at the Hardy compound, bro? That's what they should do. Let Bo Dallas drown in the lake of reincarnation to just come out as regular Bo and then get rid of the rest of them. And then he can do the Bo leave and run around the ring, bro. You know what I mean? At this point, I'll take B team. B team. Go. I'll take B team, bro. I'll take the social outcasts. With the black t-shirts. I'll take the rosebuds. And then, no way, Jose. No way. I'll take all of that. I need Breezango back. Didn't they bring Tyler back the other day? They did, didn't it? Yeah. Oh, Tyler. Bring him back. Cedric, what's the Cedric tune in the darkness? Yeah, blood big mess. I'm saying, bro. These lot got rid of the Hurt Business, you know. For the shit that's on the screen now, we could have had the Hurt Business. We could have had Jade Cargill in the Hurt Business. Could have been called Hurt and Badness, and she could have had the baddie section in the Hurt Business. Because when the Hurt Business went to AEW and had all the girls around them, that was identical to Jade's baddie section. Put it together. Why am I booking stuff from my desk with a green screen, with no green screen, and they can't do simple things? It's so easy, bro. I'm not even asking them to spend money, bro. They've got AI now. Do it AI. Do it. Can you do it? Can you do an AI video package, please, bro? We've seen one AI video package in WWE, and it was great, and it was with Thingy, Al Americano, when it was showing him in the past. It was cold. It was cold. Man had him there in the 1920s against Eddie Guerrero Sr. and that, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is darkness, bro. Please, like, can you book Bronson Reed, bro? I gave you the idea, but book Bronson Reed like Hall of Pain Mark Henry, bro. It's simple. It's already there. He's even dressed the same as Mark Henry. Run it. You have Paul Heyman as the manager, just like Teddy Long was Mark Henry. Just do the same thing, bro. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every time, bro. You don't. Even when I look at the talent that's in AEW, I'm like, so Samoa Joe could have just been here, bro. Savage, what would make SmackDown great again? It's very simple. Superstars need to be there week in, week out. They need to figure out what they're doing. Wrestling is the most unique sport there is out there because it's real, but not real, but real. So, man, I really do moves to each other and all that stuff. The storylines involved. They are probably some of the best athletes around because real fights don't last as long as wrestle matches. Now in the UFC and that you get rounds, remember, 3-minute round, 5-minute round. In WWE, you just got to fight, bro. That's why Iron Man match is so impressive. But you can't they need to stop pretending it's a real sport, bro. Like it's if we just when I just want to watch man knock each other out, I just watch UFC, bro. Why would I watch WWE for man to knock each other out? So showing me, like for example, we had a great match. Was it last week or the week before? Ray Phoenix versus Sami Zayn. Great match. All right. There's a reason why we don't talk about it the day after. Because all of them have great matches. Leon Slater and Javon Evans, one of the best matches I've seen in ages. But all right. Gotta be some story behind it. Yeah, Rodney Mack wasn't that good blood. You need to bring if you start from the top up, let's start from the top. Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce need to be booked better. They both can't be babyface thingy managers, GMs. GMs used to mean a lot in WWE, whether it was Kurt Angle, Mick Foley, Shane, Stephanie, Teddy Long. It was massive. Shawn Michaels, Austin, Vince. It was like you need to do that because on Raw, somehow Bron Breakker said to Adam Pearce, "Say please," and he really said please to get the title back. Can you imagine? Hear what I'm saying? Seth Rollins has been stripped of his title because he's injured, which is crazy because I've seen Roman and Brock have bare time off and come back with the title, but Seth's title's just gone already. Okay, maybe Seth's pregnant like Naomi. I don't know. But, no, because seriously, how many times have we seen the champion not turn up? So when Roman beat Cody the first time, he only fought like 12 times the year after. So unless you're telling me that you know for exact that, fair enough if you know Seth's going to be out for like 10 months. That makes sense, doesn't it? But okay, Nick Aldis. First of all, Nick Aldis keeps booking matches on the fly, which means to the viewers it looks like if you're a manager and people have paid their tickets, surely matches were already booked. And why wrestlers booking their own matches every 2 seconds doesn't make sense. They're giving up their own title matches. So they need an authority figure there. One can be a babyface GM and one can be a heel GM. Yeah, you can't have Bron Breakker talk to Adam Pearce like that and get away with it. So what Adam Pearce should have said to him is, you can take your say sorry. I mean, say please and stick up your ass. And he said, if you don't give me that title within the next 2 seconds, I'm gonna get somebody to take the title off you. Why can he say that? Because he's the general manager. Then everyone's gonna say, well, who does he get to take it off him? Amos, come here, bro. We don't use you. Come here. You be the GM's bodyguard. Come here. Why can't Amos be the security of the whole show? If you're gonna, anytime man don't listen to Adam Pearce, bow. Amos is here. Bow. Otis is here, bro. But no, man want Otis to do the worm, the caterpillar in the ring, and you want Amos to be in Japan and that, bro, but not in WWE. It don't make any sense. Let the females be females, bro. If they want to be sexy, let them be sexy. If they don't, don't stop forcing them to do this weird shit. What's going on, bro? Where they all have to pretend to do this stupid voice and you may have won today, but at Backlash, I'm gonna get my title shot. You can believe in that. Shut up! Diffy time! Shut up! I will win my US title. Shut up! Nobody speaks like that, bro. No, nobody speaks like that. Stop getting people to cut promos like superheroes, bro. In the 90s, nobody talks like that. That's how people talk properly. Can we bring in, and then instead of bringing it into like being a real sport, let's bring realism in it in a different way. Because everyone can't have the same reason for wanting the title in it. So can't we talk about this person wants the title because when you win the WWE title, you get paid extra? That can be one person's story. The next geezer can have my dad always wanted to be a champion, but he couldn't. That's Cody's story. Drew McIntyre's story, I need to have that title because I've been haunted ever since I lost it. I took care of everybody in lockdown. I ran us through lockdown and COVID, and all you care about is Roman Reigns running you through it. Then I lost my title. Nobody cares about me. There's his story. It's not hard. We can want me to go more? I can keep going. It's so dumb, bro. Why has Bayley got a problem with Lyra? Because when it Becky, you took out Bayley in the first place, so Lyra and Bayley couldn't have the tag team match at WrestleMania. All right, I don't know, man. Maybe one of the girls a lesbian or something, bro. You know, you had all like the Pure Fruity collection with Shayna and all the lesbians, Zoe Stark and all that. They're not even lesbians, but let's pretend they are. One of them is. Two of them are. Yeah, she's in love with her. Like, no, if we're being all inclusive, then when we do like, I'm being serious, by the way. When we do like these love storylines and that we don't have to have action, we don't have to see anything. Why is there no gay storyline? Anybody? Why can't the reason why one dude is obsessed with this wrestler is because he's gay? But like hear what I'm saying, bro. Not like what's the thing you called? I'm not trying to do that. What's it called? Pansexual. There's one of the sexuals where like you don't fancy the person, you're just in love with them, innit? You're obsessed with them. Just have one of them. Have a stalker. Have a crazy fan. You know, you bring up someone from NXT or someone we've never seen before. Why can't it be a fan in the crowd? That's his character, bro. And then he ends up in the WWE. Why can't we have somebody who wins a competition to if you can last 2 minutes in the ring with a wrestler, you win this much money and that. You know what I mean? But not only does he last the 2 minutes, he makes the wrestler tap out on accident because he trips over and falls on his hamstring. He pulls his hamstring. The geezer's tapping on the floor. Ref's like, oh, he tapped out. Now we've had the geezer who tapped him out, and then the guy who got tapped out, he's got a vendetta when he comes back because people are embarrassed of him. By the way, I just done all that in 5 minutes. Some of them stories I just said could be wank, but I did that in 5 minutes. These not get paid to do that. Paid. Oh, yeah, Ludwig, I know. Someone do background checking Bailey because I'm getting very confused. Not that it matters that I do everything, but each other. Okay, all because of the purple hair. So I've won to gay storyline. Listen, man, you that ain't gonna embarrass me, bro. I like stories in it. Man can't laugh at me. You can't even laugh at me because you're an actor now, bro. So like, if everything's inclusive, at some point you're gonna run out of man and woman storylines, bro. Because only so much stuff can happen. I'm not saying. I'll reiterate, bro. I don't need to see the man them kissing, bro. I'm saying if everyone's all inclusive, let us make great stories, bro. I mean, everyone's doing that, but Goldust was acting gay my whole life. He was obsessed with. I mean, we can't do the Goldust one because Razor Ramon was being mad homophobic and that. But the whole thing when I was growing up, Goldust was. Man was asking Booker T, can I play with your wiener? He didn't just say that. Tell me he didn't just say that. We didn't see any physical stuff with Goldust and Booker T, but everyone thought Goldust was gay, bro. That's my point. That's all I'm saying, bro. Yeah, the Liv and Lana one made no sense, bro. Lana was about to marry Bobby Lashley. Liv comes out talking about she's my lover. Week after, We never heard anything about it again, and Liv's not lesbian anymore. To be fair to now, Nems, this is why this must be your fantasy, because I clearly say I don't want to see anything, and now you're saying you want two guys to kiss. You might want to see two guys kiss, but that's not my thing still. But anyway, Liv is the perfect person. That's the last time we had anything like that. Dom and Liv, and Dom and Rhea Ripley, and even that wasn't perfect. But we have to go, and you know what else they can do to make wrestling better? Use real life stuff, bro. All of us on social media now, there's big stories every day. You don't have to use the exact story, especially if it's something sensitive. But if you hear like there's a story out there, you know, when you read the mad articles, this kid in Japan did this, but just copy the story. Copy the story. Yeah, because Dom and Rhea's one was like some simp thing, innit? That was like what they call dominatrix and that, like mommy's on top and that. You must be crazy, bro. I'm never saying that to a girl in my life. Mommy's on top. My prick, bro. Yeah, and Dom said that his missus don't even care about it, bro. Bro. Dom might, bro. Seriously, that's how bad. I'm not dissing Dom, by the way. I love him, man. But you want to know how bad wrestling's got? Dom is one of the best characters in wrestling. Man does lie, cheating, and still he's gonna turn babyface still, and people are gonna love him. He's one of the best, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. Vince had loads of like storylines that were missing, like hit and miss, especially later in the years, like Bobby Lashley's sisters and Sami Zayn, or the Vertigo. Remember the Vertigo? What Sami got? And we had like, well, we know which one we hate: the Roman Reigns and the dog food, bro. But let's digress from that. But let's not pretend like we didn't get good Vince storylines in the last like 10 years, bro. We did. Because how else did we get through wrestling then? We did get good storylines, bro. Even Thingy was a good in lockdown. Raw Underground didn't last long, but they had to use what they could. Raw Underground was good. The Retribution wasn't good. Let's not talk about Retribution. They were trash. But yeah, man. I'm just saying that the stuff that can be fixed in it, and if you make stuff just based off this guy beat this guy in a wrestling match, then there's no point watching it, bro. You might as well just check the results after because you've seen it already. Like I just told you, I just read out that in the last year we've already seen Drew beat Jimmy 3 times, bro. Or lose to Jimmy. So why do I need to see him fight today again? That was Drew's whole story in 2024. I'm the bloodline killer. Then it was the CM Punk killer, but he didn't kill anyone. Him and CM Punk wrestled over a bracelet for 3 months, bro. Maybe 4. A bracelet made by a fan, by the way. I just remember that. Didn't CM Punk put the beads in his mouth?
Yeah,
oh my god. Now that Zelina and Aleister Black are together, and they did a great promo video last week, Zelina's got a YouTube channel because my son subscribed.
What?
And
No.
You are. You subscribe to her and Dakota. So now you were saying like, what do you call it? Charlie Girl or something?
What?
That's what you said. You said I'm subscribed to Charlie Girl's channel. So I'm just saying my son subscribed to their channel.
No, I'm not.
Because when I walked in the other day, he's watching them two and Montez and Bianca, bro.
No, that was you.
That was you. You subscribed to them, so yeah. Morris is a massive fan of Dakota, bro.
I'm not.
Ever since the heel turn, he's
it was one of the greatest heel turns.
Yeah. So.
Never.
And yeah, man. And he tried to subscribe to Tiga Knox' OnlyFans, but I told him he can't.
What?
But anyway. But my point is, she has a YouTube channel. Here where I'm going with this, isn't it? If you got videos, if you got cameras to do a YouTube channel, that cut some promos at a green screen at home, bro. This is what I'm.
Yeah, Oscar's been doing that.
Yeah, I know. This is one of the most disappointing thing about being in the modern day with modern technology about wrestling is that people just don't do stuff themselves. But I will say this: a lot of people keep leaving WWE, and then when they leave and they go, "Why didn't you not do this with the storyline?" Their answer is the office wouldn't let us. So, then you lot saw in the week, Karrion Kross brought out, I think it's like episode 3 of his big documentary on it. And yeah, bro, like basically, is what I told you like before I knew anything, that they don't seem to like when you have ideas better than them, and they squash it, which doesn't make sense to me. And I proved this to you like a long time ago with Aleister Black the first time. with Bray Wyatt. Let's not forget, everyone does the RIP Bray Wyatt thing, but WWE released him, bro. Let's not forget that. And they released Braun Strowman at the same time. Yeah, but and he's listen. I big up to all of these, lot, man. No one watching Lacey Evans. No, listen. I have to let you lot know this, bro. I'm not one of these wrestling fans that I need you lot to tell me which wrestler I should like. I liked Lacey Evans, bro, a lot. That's a character, bro. She was the sassy Southern belle. She dressed like she was in the 50s. She thought that like she was above every other woman. She thought they were nasty. Was it the nasties? Yeah. She'd punch you up and then throw a handkerchief on you. And she had the best name for a rep, finishing with the women's right. Oh, bro. She was cold until they made her get pregnant by Ric Flair, but let's not talk about it. Yeah. That would have worked, man, but then she got pregnant in real life, on it. So she just carried on with it. But, you know, I don't think she wanted everyone to think that Rick's baby's dad. Because that was when Rick turned on Charlotte. Releasing Bray Wyatt. I know we have to finish this SmackDown review, but let's not finish it. Jimmy versus Jay. I mean, Jimmy versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre won. Claymore. Yeah, and then Cody came out and let's fight again because, yeah, I mean, anyway. Releasing Bray sent alarm bells ringing at the company at the time. Can no longer be taken seriously. You know what I'm gonna do? Because I need to stop. I don't lie in it. I don't lie, bro. So when I tell you that I saw something or read something, I'll find it and I'll bring it and I'm gonna clip it, bro. I remember vividly, if I'm correct, it's Triple H, Ariel Helwani, and Triple H just had the heart surgery in it. Vince was still there in the company, I think, and it was about around WrestleMania 39 times, maybe, I think. And I remember in the interview, because the interview was sad, bro, like, because Triple H started crying about about Stephanie when she helped him. It's sad. I say what I want about Paul Levesque, Triple H, and all that stuff. I'm talking about him as a creative. I love Triple H. Don't get that twisted. Like, I don't want anything bad to happen to him. And then I remember them asking him about like different characters, and it was around the time where people were talking about will Bray ever come back, and he asked him about Bray, and he said certain things that I was like, he's not saying anything obscene, but it let me know how the company think of certain things. And then flash forward when they started getting rid of people, I'm like, oh, you really don't like people who come up with their own idea, because they were saying, yeah, Bray. The thing with Bray, he's got a great mind, but sometimes it's too intense, and when you try and work with him and stuff like that, he doesn't really want a lot of your input on certain things. Well, because that's because his ideas are better than yours. And it's like, and sometimes you want to change stuff here and there. So what? You should have just done with Bray is we're gonna do this. We're gonna give you this producer, this camera, this director, and that. And if the views go up, you can keep doing it. If it don't, then we're gonna have to pull the plug on it, bro. Firefly Funhouse was great. And you could argue that wasn't even the best Bray, because them promos that used to cut on SmackDown, you know, when he was beefing Randy Orton, and he's in the forest and stuff like that, Wyatt that was cold, bro. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what Bray was talking about half the time. He was talking about the buzzards and Judas and fireflies and that, but madness. Get off Tegan's OnlyFans, bro. Anywho, that was the end of SmackDown. That was the SmackDown review. Yeah, man. So the reviews are always going to be better than SmackDown, because SmackDown ain't it anymore, man. But I'm stuck watching it because I'm indoctrinated. I apologize for getting into wrestling. You're screwed now. You got to stay there. Anyway, Wyatt family Bray was the best Bray. He was the best Bray. There's no, like, you can't convince me that the Funhouse Bray was better than the Wyatt. Although Funhouse Bray was cold, the Wyatt Bray, and not the shit Wyatt Bray. No, the shit Bray Wyatt. Okay. Because, you know, what was I thinking? People would like rewrite history, and there was a period where Bray was a bit rubbish, bro. You like agree? There was a period where Bray wasn't good, bro, and it's the one you're talking about when you just said about the Survivor Series match. Bray's there with his regular hat on and a SmackDown t-shirt, a Raw t-shirt. That Bray wasn't good, bro, and that thingy Bray wasn't good. You know when he hooked up with Matt Hardy, but then he became Woken, and he was in all white. That Bray was trash. They were tag team champs, then. That Bray was trash, bro. That Bray was trash. Man had like white cargo bottoms on with a white vest and that, because he got dunked in the lake of reincarnation. Yeah. You don't remember when WWE posted the video of Matt Hardy doing that for 10 hours? And then they had remember they used to have the Bray Wyatt Christmas video for 10 hours? Just a fireplace and then random. Yeah, man, dope. Yeah, with the apron, that he was dead. There was weird parts of Bray because we had transgender Bray when he was about. That's the one when he was. Remember when Bray was Sister Abigail himself? He had the little curtain thing over his face, but you could tell like he had lipstick on that underneath, bro. Yeah, that was a bit suspect still. But I think that was a bit. Nah, bro, there was transgender Bray, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. The only problem was it didn't last very long. I think if you made it last longer, because I read an article that Bray said he was Bray said that this is a good idea though. What Bray he said he wanted to be. You want to do with the White Six now with the characters. He wanted to be all of them, which makes sense to me. If they're all supposed to be part of Bray's mind, then how can like real people be them? So he wanted to be Huskus. He wanted to be Mercy. He wanted to be Abby the Witch. He wanted to be the Rambling Rabbit and Bray, which made sense. But obviously they chose some other cast off. So, Savvy, what's going on with Natty? She looks like, nah, man, let Natty live, man. Let Natty live. The work ain't the best work, and it. Like I feel like she's obviously. I don't want to say anything bad. I feel like she's probably insecure about something, so she keeps getting work done. When all of us thinks that she looked way better before, but it's not my life. It's her life, isn't it? But I do agree, like, she don't need to do that to herself, man. It's always worse when it's somebody who's not ugly. I think if you're ugly, get yourself fixed up on it, but she wasn't ugly at all. She's been overdoing it for years, bro. Because if you go back and watch Total Divas when her and her sister was there with the Biggie. Yeah, big up Natty's sister still. My son watches their cupcake videos.
What? No.
So you never watched Natty and her sister's cupcake video?
You had it on.
Nah. Jokes aside, just we call the truth. We watched it together, but it's on your channel. So, do you remember when like I don't know if you know this on their video? It's so cringy because don't they do everything like this? Hi guys, hi guys. Today we're gonna be making cupcakes, and my sister's got a big cupcakes. Yo, them videos are terrible, bro. But there's some simps who pay for that. When she was insecure with TJ not giving her attention. Yeah, on Total Divas. Remember that? See, man, they've entered you into the Men of Culture.
Huh?
Said Men of Culture Unite, blood. Come on.
No, I don't know.
Got your name there. It says Chang.
What?
It says Men of Culture Chang, blood.
No.
I showed M's finger the other day. Sydney Goodman's video. Remember Sydney? IGN.
Oh, yeah, in the comments.
I showed it in the comment section. She looked at the camera boys. I'm nearly there. Tegan Knox is diabolical. That's my. Hey, listen, my son likes what he likes.
What?
No, man, I'm talking about. No, just talking about you and Tegan Knox. What are you meant to do? Nah, that's. Would you get what? Tegan Knox, man, with the Chinese wizard. Trash blood. I don't remember one Tegan Knox that I liked, to be honest, bro. I like Emma though. I liked Emma. Until WWE gave us 8 weeks of Emma's vignettes in the bath. And she walked out and walked off and then got sacked. That's the most worrying thing about WWE is when they let us invest in a character and then they just sack them off. Tegan is thick though. Nah, you're doing too much, bro. You're doing too much, bro. They ain't. I'll tell you, that's one thing no one's ever called Tegan Knox. Tegan. Nikita Lyons, maybe. Lola Vice, man. You know what I'm saying? Jasmine Nix, yeah. Fallon Henley, you know what I mean? Correction, she has that Lauren Brannon shape. Never mind. Hey, you're gonna respect Lauren Brannon, bro. First of all, yeah, for Seth Peter to beat you up, blood. Second of all, she's not thick like Lauren Brannon. Tegan Knox, bro. Tegan's small and because she posted. Well, I checked on my son's. No, I'm joking. I saw the picture when when they try and tie you to go and sign up to OnlyFans. She put it on the front of her Twitter, and I was just like, "Who's doing this?" But obviously, there's bears like simps out there that will do that. But I'm just like, I don't want to be. I'm not being rude to her, by the way. I'm just like, really, like, this is how you man are doing. Like, you want to go and spend money on Tegan?
I'm the same one.
So would I. I do it now in my boxes.
Do that.
I'm gonna start OnlyFans just for me streaming wrestling, but in my boxes. You know how much DMs I get from these goth girls? They love me, bro. I'm just scared that they'll cut me, bro, and try and kill my missus. So you already know we had this discussion in the car, me and the missus, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Saw a picture of Mrs. Kneecaps, blood for a $5, you know, like that. Sorry, what about the lass who was hanging about with Chad Gable? Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile's not my thing. That's not me still. But she's not ugly, but that's not. She changed her hair though, innit? She got like long hair now instead of the one corner on that.
Not one cool.
Ivy Nile's got one corner. I mean, she got free blood, alright, but have you heard her speak though?
No.
Well, it's like this. She speaks really. Thanks, Seamus. That's how she speak. I swear to God. Yeah, she got bigger, but she's not ugly. It's true. Maurice, you've heard her speaking on the Carti Warrior workout. She's like, Seamus, thanks for having me. Bro, when you hear a voice, you cannot. There's no way that's what you thought she sounded like, bro. She really speaks like a. Yeah, bro. Could be worse. You could speak like this. Hey, mother, you're gonna say goodbye. She's being rude. Yeah, man. Big up Ivy now, though, bro. Respect to that. Respect. Nah, bro. I hear it, bro, but like I'm going with that narrative, but that's her voice, bro. What you want me to do? Cause tonight will be the night that I fall for you over again. Oh, brother, there's a group that I need to show you. They're cold, bro.
What singing?
Yeah, they're cold, bro. It's a rock group, yeah. I don't know how I'm late to. I think what happened is I heard their song before. I didn't know it was them, and then when I was like, yeah, is it on my search list?
I saw that.
They get horrible, isn't it? Don't it look like a cartoon?
His shoes just get left there.
I'm so confused that when he got arrested, they said he got arrested for like dangerous driving because the guy wasn't dead. And in my head, I was like, what do you mean he weren't dead?
I'd rather die instead of that.
No, but seriously, what do you mean he weren't dead? What kind of vibranium?
Flew into the air.
Bro, what kind of vibranium you use? He's only 20. No, it's sad, man. It's sad, man.
I realize that it has bars about drink driving as well.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm waiting. I'm holding out to see what actually happened, if he was drunk or not. Because they did, but they said that I went and checked as well. The video of him talking isn't the latest video. It's an old video. Because this happened last week, innit? They've only just released it now. But yeah, man. Man said Sav get the ends trim. What the fuck? You alright, bro? Gets messed up. Yeah, he did, man. It's one of them, like, obviously on Hugo Online I talk about them kind of things, but I don't want to be insensitive to the person's family. Everyone's seen the video, but people posting the video is a bit insensitive, bro. So yeah. Nikki Bella, she looks nothing. Okay, Ravi, I love you, bro, but that's a what? Yeah, she doesn't look the same as her, bro, but Nikki Bella looks nothing like Brie these days. What? The thing is, in their face, I can tell. I've always been able to tell which one's which easily.
Yeah.
When they first started in wrestling, obviously I didn't know them because I know everyone's going to disagree with me, but I think Brie's face looks better than Nikki's. But obviously Nikki's the. Huh? Yeah, I mean the honest truth is Nikki's body and Brie's face on it. Because Brie's not thick, she's like slimmer. Brie mode! Yeah, remember when you used to walk around in the number 2 Brie top?
What? No, this has got to stop, man.
This
has to stop.
You don't remember that? Remember when you used to scream Brie? Okay, don't. Remember when you used to scream Brie? You did scream Brie mode though. You did used to scream Brie mode, bro. No, if you do, brother, be careful, bro. Whatever you're about to do, be careful because I've got whole folders of you doing foolishness, bro. I'm gonna say one thing, bro. I'm gonna say one thing to you, and if you don't get what this code means before you do anything stupid, Billy Gun.
The video
Billy Gun.
no proof, mate.
You're in the video.
I don't have that hair anymore. So sorry.
Oh, listen, don't try to expose me on the internet, bro.
Oh,
Oh wait. Is that a picture?
so sorry.
Is that a picture?
So sorry.
You think I'm Adam Pierce, bro? You think I'm a prick? I ain't saying sorry for shit.
So sorry. You're not.
Oh! I thought, no! Nah, stop that!
So sorry.
Delete it!
I can't. It's saved into. It's engraved in my phone.
It's not engraved in your phone, bro. It's not stone.
I deleted it from my phone, but it's on my Snapchat permanently, and you can't get rid of it.
Do you think I was born yesterday? You know what, bro? If anyone's... The thing is, you don't understand it. If anyone clipped that, that's on the internet forever, and I will finish you off, bro. I'll finish you, bro. Because you got to sleep. You got to sleep in this crib, bro. You got to sleep, bro. And I've already got footage of you. I got footage, bro. Stop, still. Nah. What do you mean you saw it, Nems, blood? You didn't see shit, blood. You didn't see shit. You know, like that. When this video's done, I'm putting it on private, bro. Yeah, man. You know what? You already did the clipping me falling off the chair was bad enough, bro. Man said, yeah, bro. Man said engraved, you know, bro. Like it's stone, bro. Yeah, man. Might have to do a HUGO online stream at some point. But anyway, back to the Gets thing, bro. It's messed up still. It's messed up. Naturally, everyone's going to be on some like, oh, I feel bad for Gets because they're fans of Gets. You lot don't understand, bro. When it comes to like UK, you lot check my Twitter, bro. I was the guy that when Drake and Kendrick was beefing, I literally put a tweet out saying Kano and Gets will murder these two, bro. So trust me, they're my guys, bro. Kano number one, Gets number two, and I was only listening to the back to back. I'll show you again. You know the one with D double. It's one of the best back to back raps you'll see, bro. But I was only just listening to it. I'm not gonna stop listening to Gets, of course, but it's fucked up what's happened, and he's gonna have to go sit down in prison, bro. Supercell's gonna have to get rewritten. It's what it is, man. You can't drive like that, whether you're drunk or not. I don't know if he is drunk, by the way, but if you're not drunk, it might be worse, bro. I ain't gonna lie, because then you're just speeding like a crackhead. If you are drunk, then somebody shouldn't let you drive, but it's still your fault. And it ain't gonna, whatever happens, it ain't gonna bring back the youth. So the least you can do is go sit down in prison, you know, like that. Sit down in prison, you got money, hold that.
Would it be murder or manslaughter?
Manslaughter. The biggest problem he's got is the fact that he didn't come back.
Yeah.
Which is, I know that me and you spoke about this. You seen how fast, what now I've told you and you've seen it. You know when I said that he probably doesn't know.
Yeah.
That looks like he's gone so fast you don't know that you've hit anyone, bro. Because normally, you hit somebody, it makes your car crash. It makes your car skid. If you go that fast where your car doesn't do anything, it just goes through a man and then it keeps going. Brother, that's darkness. Now, obviously, I know that the likelihood is if he was drinking, the reason why he didn't come back is I'm going to go home and sober up. Then when somebody goes to the police station next day, they can test me. I don't know alcohol in my system. What happened? But nah, man, I can't. People make mistakes, bro, but I can't endorse that shit. And the worst thing about it is, do you know how many there's bare man on the internet now running their mouth and that? I know they drink drive, bro. It's not worth it, bro. Get a taxi, bro. If you're too broke to go out and get a taxi home, bro, which Gets clearly isn't. You know what I mean? So Tal ends to run a day after podcast chat about Ginger J, Victoria Everest, backlash comparison to. I don't know, man. I think I've seen them talk about that I saw Homeboy speaking about that pound sterling and Doug. So I don't know if I want to copy what they've done already, but and the Ginger J thing's kind of like sold now already. But yeah, man, I'll speak to Ends and see if he wants to chop anything up. But I've not spoken to him today, so he's probably gone football with his youth or something. But yeah, I'll speak to G as well. Nah, Morris, that's my point. The reason why I'm not commenting because I don't know if he's in. None of us know if he was drunk yet. You know what I mean? That we don't know. He's on remand, so I'm not gonna come out. All I know is that he's arrested for drive, and I saw the video. And if that's the car, yeah. Everything else after that, let's just wait, bro. Because again, that person who died's got a family, bro, and everyone, because the internet's like the internet now means that more people are like desensitized to stuff, innit? Not everybody. Like, there's still people who see stuff and you're like, raw, I don't want to see that. So now everyone can make jokes and stuff straight away because they're not. But it's bro, nah, bro. Like sometimes you have to just. The way to get out of these things is think about your own family, bro, and then not stop everyone making or saying stupid shit. Because ain't no way if that was my son walking across that road and gets to that to my son, we're gonna be on the internet doing videos and that, bro. There ain't no way, bro. I'm gonna mash up anyone I hear listening to get to. That's what's gonna happen. So let's just let their family do whatever. Because let's be honest, we know that someone who's 20 died. We don't know the person's name. We don't know where they're from. We don't know anything about the victim. And everyone's talking. I see a man talking about free gets. Free gets? What? Free? No. That's what comes with experience and a bit of wisdom, bro. I'll stop saying free the man them more. Man are running around talking about free the man them when your brethren's a whole paedophile. Like, free big toucher, big grabbers, free big grabbers, and that. And then you realise I never asked him why his name's Big Grabbers. Well, the paedophile, mate, so I think we can figure that out. Free big grabbers and that, bruv. Free him 10 times and that, but he needs to pick up his kid from school. No, he doesn't. Don't think he needs to be by a schoolmate. Don't think big grabbers needs to be by anybody, bro. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, man. It's the time. It's all a mess, man. No early kickoff today is crazy, bro. Messed up my whole day. Couldn't you just give me the Liverpool match at 12:30 and let me get it out of the way? Yeah, Nems, that's the real free my man, free Chiesa, bro, free Rio, bro, free Trey, bro. Who? I think it's Chiesa's, maybe. I know it's Max needed soon as well, something like that. Someone said that. Free the drillers 10 times, blood. But yeah, I'll 8 p.m. Saturday night kickoff is crazy clashing with the F1. I mean, it's not really clashing with the F1. It's football, and it's Liverpool. Liverpool bigger than the flipping whatever's going on in the F1, bro. It is what it is, man. Yeah, man. But I'll scour the internet. I'll see what stories are out there. I don't. That's why it's always stop starting Hugo online, because I actually don't like talk. I know you love negativity too much, bro. But I actually like talking about some decent stories. I might just start doing David Attenborough reaction blood. I like animals, like that. So, but yeah, man, we'll see what I got, and then we're back. But I'm definitely gonna be back later because we got the watch along. So if anybody's coming along to watch along, hit the notification bell now. I think I'm going live. I think at the moment it says like 7:55 or something like that. But that's because the preview on Ender's channel will be there first. So, man, man, if I'm telling you that already though, if we lose to Brentford, don't be trying to find a watch along the week after, bro. That'll be the end of that. That'll be the end of that, bro. Because yeah, Liverpool stopped the losing, but we ain't lost with the Premier League. Last match we lost to United. Yeah, so here's what it is, man. But big up for you in the chat. Again, obviously, love for joining. You lot go and enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll be back later on, man. And if there's anything in between that, I'll get Ends to put it up on the I said that to G's doing. I'll give G some advice on it as well. Because I said like all the man them have all these other channels and we're all interested in a lot more stuff than just football. So I told G to lock into the anime stuff and he started doing it. I'm gonna start doing more anime stuff as well anyway, because it's just easier to watch it and then do it for it up. So, yeah, man, we'll do that and then we'll see how it goes, bro. But again, go and enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, man, eventful business, bro. We'll see. Liverpool go get the win. SmackDown was trash. Yeah.